Okay, so again, I'm just a horrible, horrible, horrible human being who gets way too sidetracked way too easily. And so here is yet again another extra late video for chapters 8 and 9 of Legend of Korra. So yeah, thank you so much if you're watching. I appreciate it. I really, 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 really do. And I'm just going to go ahead and review the episodes in order. Chapter 8, The Terror Within. This episode had some more hilarious moments for me. I love to laugh. I'm a person that loves to giggle and chuckle. And so when Bolin is getting towed up by one of the twins, he was so childish for doing the metal sheath and clink. Oh, that was messed up. Which of course I was cracking up because it was messed up. And then anytime Varric is on screen, you can't help but laugh. The voice actor does such a perfect job of making his comedy work, and the part where he's talking to Mako about how he would frame somebody, he's like, yeah, it works really good. Did you notice? That is messed up, by the way. There was just some really fun moments with him, and then of course Bolin is always making me laugh. I do want to know though, because Julie is always Julie. It's always by her side, by his side, doing the thing. I want to know, does she take baths with him? I asked that question before. I think it's something that needs to be addressed. Because I'm pretty sure Varric doesn't scrub his own back. And I'm pretty sure it's because Julie is scrubbing it. Which I know is probably a little inappropriate because I'm talking about a Nickelodeon show. But I have to say these things. They just come out of my brain. This episode reminded me how clever everyone that works with the show is, everyone that's involved with the show, how clever they are. The way Ming Hua, cut the window open for them to try and capture Korra, the lava moat, the way Sue cuts Zahir's glider, all of it is it's clever and fun and inventive, and the animation and the lighting for the episode part, the part where the standoff is it was so incredible, the glow from the lava, and oh gosh, I was having so much fun with this episode. So much fun. Excuse me. And so, I'm always taken back and just flabbergasted on how incredible this is. I would really, really enjoy seeing how they work together in person, just to see how everything works and flows, and then goes from being on paper to being this epic, just incredible stuff that we get on television. I would just love to see it. Now, I think everyone knew pretty much that Ai Wei was going to be the traitor. His character, unfortunately, they just gave him that perfect character design. We're just like, yep, that guy's a little off. I would have loved for it to be proven wrong, but unfortunately, he kind of gave me some Javar vibes and, Long Fang vibes. And so I was just like, yeah, kind of saw that coming. But the way he left that bomb, so clever. Just everything was clever in this episode. Most of the things were clever. And I really, really, really love this episode. Now, I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible because you guys have been waiting for so long. You don't need to hear me rant and rave and talk for hours about one episode. So that's really all I had to say about Chapter 8 is everything that was working. The lava moat, just who thinks of stuff like that? I mean, come on. It was incredible. Now, Ai Wei does not deserve to be a metal bender. And that is the last thing I'm going to say about Chapter 8. Chapter 9. Now, Chapter 9, for some reason, just struck a chord with me. I loved everything about this episode. The way at the beginning when they back out of the pub that they walk into, and Korra does the, I got my eyes on all of you thing. I loved it. The way Naga like smacks Korra with her tail because she didn't bring any treats. Then they visit Misty Palm's Oasis, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, nostalgia for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everything just worked. The crazed nut tuck fan with the creepy doll. That doll was creepy. And, it just, as the episode progressed, I just loved it and kept loving it more. And then enter Zahir. And I was just like, you know what? I was having so much fun with this episode before you started talking. And then, of course, he gives this speech. And of course, there's a Red Lotus. Why wouldn't there be a Red Lotus? Why would the good guys get to keep anything for themselves? It's just like, oh my gosh, really? Okay, so during his little speech, I'm like, kind of, agreeing with him on some points. I'm like, okay, all right, not in the, the manic kind of insane way where you're like, oh, I join your cause, brother, but the in the kind of way like, okay, I get where he's coming from. I get what he's saying. I understand that maybe the world's leaders are a little incompetent and rude and don't deserve their positions. And I'm just like, okay, I'm there. I'm starting to be a little sympathetic. And I hope they did this on purpose. They like zero in on him, and he mentions Guru Lahima, his boo thing, Guru Lahima, and I'm just like, he's crazy. And like, I think, and I hope they did this on purpose. If not, it was pulled off perfectly. Like, they zero in on his face, and he's like looking just crazy. I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I can't get behind you now, because first of all, your relationship with Guru Lahima is very unhealthy. The guy is dead, and you're psycho. So I'm just like, oh gosh, this episode was really good though. Like I said, everything was working, everything was just flowing and meshing for me. The way Bolin's name was Ting Ting, which was really close to Tintin, and I really liked that movie. I just really loved this episode. It was, I think, better than episode 8. Because the comedy, everything was working for me. I loved it. Pie Show was in this episode. There was so much in there to love, and I couldn't get over it. But Zahir and this Guru Lahima thing, like, he needs to get a poster of Guru Lahima, get a hotel room, and do some very Nickelodeon children's show stuff with that poster, because it just, okay, I don't know, maybe it's the way the voice actor says it, but it just seems like he's in love with Guru Lahima. I'm just saying, I just gotta put it out there. It's in my brain, and I can't leave it there, okay? So yeah, that's all I want to say about these last 2 episodes. Chapters 8 and 9, last 2 episodes, like they just happened. These 2 episodes, they were really fun, really great, and Zahir's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to review chapters 10 and 11, and then I'll be caught up. Hopefully everyone watches all my videos, even though they're extremely late. And so yeah, chapters 10 and 11 are going to be up soon. And I thank you so much for your patience and your loyalty. It's incredible and endearing and awesome. So yeah, peace out.